Hey sweet people, how's it going? It's time for a quick creative coffee break to get caffeinated and inspired. My name is Marc T. I'm the founder of the Sweetspot studio and I'm your host for today. Today's episode is the fourth podcast snack on strategic storytelling. So if you're an entrepreneur, brand owner, or an artist and you want to build a brand for yourself, you come to the right place. Today, I want to introduce to you my story mapping tool, the perfect way to collect, organize, and craft engaging stories for your brand.
Freshly brewed inspiration, delicious news, and hot tips to wake up your brand building. This is the Creative Coffee Break with Marc T.
All right, sweeties, grab your cup and let's go. Today's new creative coffee break on storytelling, I want to talk to you about a tool that I developed for content creation and content strategy. I use it with a lot of my clients to plan and create successful storytelling strategies. I'm talking about the story mapping tool. Over the last episodes, you learned how to find your core story and define your audience. And now it's time to find the right content and formats. Let me start with a mental image. Where do you reach your audience? During the working day in the office, on the way home, or at night on the couch, just browsing social media? Depending on the channels you choose for your brand communication, you can define and plan when and where your content will be in touch with your audience. And that's why it's crucial to plan your storytelling with topics and content that will be relevant to your audience, no matter where and when you reach them. This applies, by the way, to all industries, no matter if you offer products or services, if you're a startup or a big player. You need to understand what drives your audience, what problems you can help them with, and how to connect your brand to relevant, newsworthy topics. So to plan a content strategy like that, we're going to use the story mapping tool. Okay, imagine 3 concentric circles, and we're going to fill them all with dots. The innermost circle is filled with little dots that are brand-related topics and ideas and little content snippets. It can be your company mission, your services, your products, your team, etc., etc. That's super easy. Basically, all the topics you're the expert for. Middle circle, the slightly bigger circle wrapping around this first one, is filled with dots, and these are industry-related content pieces. Let's say your production, sustainability, partners, competitors, industry trends, white papers, so on and so forth. The content in this circle gives more context about your industry and the benefits of your supply chain. Where are you on the map of service providers or producers? And the third and last and maybe most important circle when it comes to storytelling is filled with dots that are customer-related content. News, trends, business topics, industry news, but also general news that can build a connection to your brand, a personal connection. And these topics strongly depend on how well you know your audience and their specific needs and problems. So let's say you have 3 circles filled with many dots, each one representing one content idea. To craft a story, you can now connect these dots from the outside, the biggest circle, in towards the smallest circle. This way you will always have a relevant story, starting with your customer needs or pain points or desires, bringing them into your business and landing on your brand or product. If that still sounds vague, let me give you an example. Let's say you produce sneakers. Your inner story mapping circle is the sneaker models, the weight, material, pricing, colors, styles, all of that stuff. The middle circle is manufacturing, maybe fair trade materials, workout tips on how to use your product, the best running routes in the cities, on where to use the product. You can talk about durability and all of that, etc., etc. And the outermost circle, your audience-centered content. This could be celebrity testimonials, like celebrities from sports. an upcoming marathon as a life goal for your audience, or you even go deeper into the desires of your customers right here, becoming fit, losing weight, living a more productive and healthy lifestyle. So these are really, really deep cuts into what your audience is longing for, what they need, why they maybe buy your product, why they buy it, what's their innermost drive to buy your product. Okay, let's connect some of these dots to craft a story, one dot of each of the 3 circles. Stop dreaming and make your life goal happen. The Hamburg City Marathon is happening in 6 months. Start training now and have the run of your life. We got the right shoes for you. Sounds like a whole story, doesn't it? And way better than starting off with just another sneaker. So, story mapping tool is a very practical tool to not only organize topics and craft great, convincing stories, but also to have a tool that you can always use to collect, to build on, and to manage content ideas. If you want to learn more about story mapping, you can visit my website, sweetspot-studio.com, because I offer workshops to help you create a brand story map, and I will coach you on how to use it and craft engaging stories. In the upcoming episodes, I'll talk more about finding the right format for your storytelling, and I'll give you some tips for easy ideation. That's our coffee break for today. Hope I sparked some inspiration for you, sweet people, and I hear you next week.
This podcast is produced by Sweetspot Studio. New episodes each week, wherever you listen to your podcasts. If you enjoyed the show, leave a rating and subscribe to never miss an episode. Find out more at sweetspot-studio.com.